Welcome back to Game Vault, where we mine the hidden gems and dive into the big releases, breaking down the mechanics that matter. Today's review, Half Sword, a brutal, physics-driven medieval combat game that throws you into raw, chaotic duels where every swing can end a life. But does this unforgiving fighter deliver satisfying realism, or does it collapse under its own brutality? Let's draw steel and find out. Gameplay Half Sword is not your typical medieval action game. There are no flashy combos, no glowing abilities, and no cinematic finishers. Instead, it focuses entirely on physics-based melee combat, where your weapon has weight, your stamina drains fast, and one clean hit can be fatal. You play as a low-born warrior trying to climb the social ladder through brutal duels and tournaments. Every fight feels desperate. You manually control your strikes, blocks, and weapon positioning. Timing and distance are everything. Swing too early, and you expose yourself. Swing too late, and you're already bleeding out. The combat system relies heavily on physics simulation. Blades collide with armor, weapons deflect unpredictably, and ragdoll reactions make every duel feel chaotic and unscripted. No two fights play out the same way. It's messy, violent, and surprisingly intense. Armor and equipment matter deeply. Wearing heavy plate gives protection but slows your movement. Light gear offers speed but little forgiveness. Choosing the right loadout becomes a strategic decision before each duel. Mechanics and challenge Half Sword is punishing, sometimes brutally so. There's no health bar in the traditional sense. A well-placed thrust can end the fight instantly. You must manage stamina carefully, or you'll leave yourself vulnerable and defenseless. The AI isn't flashy, but it's aggressive and opportunistic. Opponents capitalize on mistakes, making each duel feel tense. There's also a progression system tied to winning fights, earning better gear, and climbing through ranks of increasingly dangerous enemies. The realism is both its greatest strength and biggest barrier. Controls take time to master. The physics-based system can feel awkward at first, especially when blades lock up or swings don't land exactly as expected. But once you adapt, combat becomes deeply satisfying. Visually, the game leans into gritty medieval authenticity. Muddy arenas, simple armor, blood-soaked duels, everything reinforces the grounded tone. Prose brutal, physics-driven combat that feels unpredictable and intense. High realism with meaningful armor and weapon choices. Every duel feels unique thanks to ragdoll and physics systems. Strong tension, one mistake can end everything. Deep satisfaction once mechanics are mastered. Cons. Very steep learning curve. Controls can feel clunky at first. Limited content and modes compared to larger combat titles. Physics unpredictability can sometimes feel frustrating. Not beginner-friendly in any way. Final verdict, Half Sword is not for everyone. It's harsh, demanding, and unapologetically realistic. But for players who crave grounded medieval combat with real consequences, it delivers something rare. Fights that feel dangerous, messy, and earned. It doesn't aim to be cinematic or heroic. It aims to be brutal and believable. And in that, it succeeds. Our rating, 84 out of 100. Thanks for joining me on Game Vault. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button like you just survived a duel by inches, and subscribe for more deep dives into games that test your skill and nerve. Would you survive a physics-based medieval arena? Let me know below. Until next time, stay sharp, stay steady, and stay glorious.